Have you ever looked at the hairs in your brush and just thought, what is really going on up there? You're not alone. Hair thinning is super common, but the reasons behind it, well, that can feel like a real puzzle. So today, we're going to play detective. Let's dive in and uncover the hidden culprits behind thinning hair.
It's so easy to point the finger at the stuff we use, right? The bottle in the shower. But is it really the shampoo? Or is it the stress from your crazy week at work? The truth is, it's almost never just one single thing. It's usually a combination of factors, a story told by both our biology and our lifestyle.
So, to get our heads around this, let's break it down into two big buckets. On one side, you've got nature. Think of this as your internal biological blueprint, the stuff you're born with, like your genes and your hormones. And on the other side, there's nurture. These are all the external things, your lifestyle, your environment, the stuff you actually have a bit more control over. We're going to start by looking inside.
All right, so this first part is all about those factors that are kind of hardwired into our systems. These are the internal triggers that can set the stage for hair thinning, sometimes long before we even notice a change.
Okay, so the number one cause, the most frequent reason for hair loss, has this big scientific-sounding name, androgenetic alopecia. But all that really means is hereditary hair loss. It's a genetic predisposition. So if it runs in your family, your body might just be programmed for hair to gradually thin out over time. It's really, really common.
But hold on, genetics aren't the whole story. Our hormones are these incredibly powerful messengers in our bodies, and they can totally throw the hair growth cycle for a loop. We're talking about major life events like pregnancy or menopause, or maybe underlying issues like a thyroid disorder. And yep, even chronic stress, which cranks up that stress hormone cortisol, can knock this whole delicate system way out of balance.
Now, let's flip the coin. We've talked about nature, so let's get into the nurture side of things. These are the pressures from the outside world and our daily habits. And this, right here, is where we start to see how much influence we can actually have over our hair's health.
So we just mentioned cortisol, the stress hormone, as an internal thing. But where does it come from? Often it's from chronic, long-term stress, an external pressure. When you're constantly stressed out, your body is basically stuck in a state of emergency, and that can push more hair into the shedding phase. It's a huge player.
Next up, and this one is so important, what you're eating. Or maybe more accurately, what you're not eating. Your hair follicles are like tiny factories that need the right fuel to produce strong, healthy hair. If you have gaps in your nutrition, you're pretty much starving them of the building blocks they desperately need.
And of course, we have to talk about sleep. This is your body's dedicated repair and regeneration time. When you have poor sleep quality or you're just not getting enough of it, you're disrupting all those critical processes. It weakens your body's ability to keep that healthy hair growth cycle going. You see how it all starts to add up?
And these things often work together, you know? For example, habits like smoking can actually restrict blood flow to your scalp. Not good. Overdoing it with harsh chemical treatments can physically damage the follicles. And then there are specific nutritional gaps. Being low in iron is a surprisingly common one that's directly linked to weaker hair, right along with not getting enough protein and zinc.
Okay, so after hearing about all these culprits, you're probably thinking, great, what can I possibly do about all this? That's the big question, right? How can we stop fighting against all these things and start actively creating an environment where healthy hair can just thrive?
Well, the answer isn't some quick fix or magic potion you find online. The most effective strategy is a holistic one. It's about looking at the whole picture and addressing those underlying factors from the inside out. It's about building a strong foundation for your hair and really for your overall health.
So here's what that looks like as a simple action plan. Number 1, fuel your follicles. Close those nutritional gaps with a balanced diet full of whole foods. Number 2, manage your stress. Find healthy routines that work for you. Maybe it's a 5-minute breathing exercise or just a short walk. And number 3, adopt gentle habits. That means staying hydrated and taking good, gentle care of your scalp. It's all about supporting your body's natural systems, not working against them.
And that brings us to what might be the most important principle of all. This isn't about being perfect for a week and then stopping. The real, actual key to seeing change and making it last is committing to it for the long haul.
This quote just says it all, doesn't it? Consistency and long-term habits are key. You can't rebuild the foundation of a house overnight. In the same way, building and maintaining healthy hair is a result of the small, positive things you do over and over again. It's a commitment to your health, and your hair is just a reflection of that.
So, as we wrap this up, I want to leave you with a question. Don't think about completely overhauling your entire life tomorrow. That's overwhelming. Instead, Just ask yourself this: what is one small, totally manageable change you can make today to start building that strong, consistent foundation for your hair's future?